Hola, fantasmas. Soy Chance Lee.
Mi amo Amanda.
Y That's So Gothic, un podcast cinematográfico sobre chicas, chicos y casas embrujadas. Ya sabes, Amanda, los fantasmas no lloran.
Hay más cosas que yo debería saber y que no sé. Mogollón.
¿Estás enfadada?
No. Hay gente que dice que la ha visto. ¿La has visto tú? Mamá, hay algo que quieres que yo haga, ¿no?
¿Cortarme el pelo?
No deberíamos llamar a la tía para decirle que vamos.
Hola.
¿Hola?
¿Estás con alguien? No.
Agustina tiene cáncer.
Uy, 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 uy.
Tienes cáncer, Agustina. Venga, un fuerte aplauso para Agustina.
¿Queréis un poquito?
No.
Que la María es mía. Mira lo hermosas que están las plantas.
No. Necesito que me hagas un favor esta noche.
No sé qué es lo que me estás pidiendo.
Por acompañarme hasta el río, abrir una zanja, enterrar el frigorífico y no hacer preguntas.
¡Ay, Dios mío!
No te muevas ni hables, que está mi madre.
Tacatán, tacatán, tacatán.
Volver. Es muy doloroso que una hija no quiera a su madre.
Con la frente marchita, las nieves del tiempo platearon mi ser.
Did I say I love Amanda?
I don't know what you said, but I love it. I had to surprise you. And now we're going to do the whole thing in Spanish, so get ready.
Okay, perfect.
No. Released in 2006, Volver was written and directed by Pedro Almodóvar. It stars Penélope Cruz as Raimunda, a mother in Madrid, Lola Dueñas as Soleil, her sister, Yohana Cobo as Paula, her daughter, Blanca Portillo as Agustina, their aunt's neighbor, and Carmen Maura as Irene, their dead mother who has returned to life. Maybe. And this is the story of, wow, this is really complicated. I had a really hard time summing this one up.
Yeah, very fair.
This is the story of trauma repeating itself across multiple generations, but it's also kind of funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a silly look at it.
Yes. This was a financial success. It made about 90 million worldwide against a $10 million budget. It has almost identical Rotten Tomatoes scores, 91% critical, 89% audience. Ebert, 4 out of 4 stars.
Wow.
He wrote to me a really weird review, though. He says at one point, women see time more as a continuity anyway, don't you think? Don't you often hear them speaking of the dead in the present tense? Their lives are continuity, not limited by dates carved in stone.
It just applies to the ladies. We don't know how to read calendars.
I don't know what women are in Ebert's life, but I thought that was really bizarre. And he also said some mention might be made of Cruz's cleavage, including one startling shot, also incorporating the murder weapon. It seemed impossible not to mention that shot in an interview at the Cannes Film Festival, where the film won honors for Best Script and Ensemble Cast. Almodóvar nodded happily and said, "Yes, I am a gay man, but I love breasts."
Oh, I love that.
Same.
I loved the boob representation in this movie.
Penelope has the best cleavage.
Yeah, I said it earlier to you that I think Penelope Cruz, in her lifetime, but very specifically this movie, is the most beautiful woman in the world. It's the female ideal, like
I
really.
agree.
Yeah.
And she's so pretty in this, even when like they can't even make her look
No,
normal.
like sad or
It's
distraught or yeah. It's like
no,
the
she
whole
always
movie.
looks
I'm like,
gorgeous.
how is the whole movie not just like revolving around people just dropping to their knees in front of her. Like, how is that not the plot of the movie? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what did you think of this movie? Like I said, I had seen it once before, but I want to know
Mhm.
what you think first.
So this is one of those movies that I finished basically right before we started recording, and I wish I hadn't. I wish I'd given myself more time because I would love to rewatch it. It was very enjoyable, very enjoyable is a weird word actually because it's quite heavy at times. But it was so engaging. Performances are so great. It's very weird, like, but in a good way. Like, I feel like a lot of times I say the tone of a movie is weird and I don't like that, or it's hard for me to wrap my brain around. This movie, the tone is incredibly strange, but I like it. Like, it's hard to pin down. Yeah.
I ag-
What's your yeah.
I agree. I had forgotten most of the movie.
Mm,
I remembered some of the plot details, but now that you say that, I imagine I had never seen a movie like this when I
right.
first saw it. I bet
Yeah.
that's what really threw me for a loop. Because yeah, the tone is weird. It's very, I don't know if frothy is the right word.
Yeah.
But it deals, like you said, with some heavy subject matter, but it almost, and it's not that it doesn't care, because it does understand the weight of what's happening, but I don't know, it's still, the characters just kind of move on with things. It doesn't
Right.
dwell. It's always it's bubbly. It's always moving. It doesn't like sink into anything. It's always going.
Yes, that is a really good way of putting it. When I was watching this movie, I just kept like visually it looked not it didn't look different from movie, like but there was something about it that visually it just felt very like saturated. Like it felt
Mm,
very like I don't know, intense. And I think it was just because, like, now you saying that, like, the movie just moves, it just flows. Like, I think that's kind of why you don't get really, like, a respite. And then, jumping ahead a little bit, the ending is just so natural. When it ended, I actually was not paying attention at first, and then the credits started playing, and I went, "This is a weird, like, scene transition." Like, I just like, you don't realize it's ending, and I feel like you don't even realize it's happening, if that makes
right.
any sense, but in a good way. Like
Yeah.
like you said, it just kind of flows.
There's such there's, so we talked about The Skin I Live In, which is
Mm.
also Almodóvar, and there's the scene where the housekeepers have been fired and they're leaving and the Tiger Man is passing them, and
Mhm.
there's just like, to me, that's just this effortless transition, and I feel
Yeah,
like this whole movie is like that. This whole movie is like that one scene where we're just always on the move.
right,
And I really like it. You just get swept away.
right. It's one of those things it's really interesting that you said that because when I was watching it, I was thinking, if this had happened, if these series of events had happened to a person in real life, it would be so unbelievable that all of these major things, the spoilers if you haven't seen the movie yet, go watch it. The murder, the death of the aunt, the neighbor getting cancer, like all of these things happening in like the span of a day would be
Right.
unbelievable. Um,
A film
especially
crew
since
in town needing to be fed.
exactly, and then the other neighbor just happening to leave, but it still feels natural in this movie. It doesn't feel strange.
It's its own little world, and it
Yeah.
works.
Yes, exactly.
I want to mention something that I read online, which, so we talked about The Skin I Live In, and the
Mhm.
housekeeper in that movie was played by Marissa Paredes, and Volver is based on a story that she told Almodovar in 1995 when they were filming a movie called The Flower of My Secret. And that story is about um is his name Emilio? The neighbor that leaves the restaurant.
Right.
The story was about him. So she told him this story. And the Wikipedia just says a story. I'm like, is this a true story?
Mm,
Is this a story she wrote? What is
right.
this? But allegedly the story was about this Puerto Rican man who planned to kill his mother-in-law. And he ends up leaving to like go do that. And I think it
Oh,
might have
okay.
been a true story. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So that story is in the movie Flower of My Secret, um,
Oh,
which has like a movie within a movie. I haven't seen that one
okay.
yet. And then he kind of returned to it, but was focusing on the neighbor's role, which is Raimunda, the
Mm,
Penelope Cruz character, and making her the central figure in the movie.
wow. So the director wrote this movie as well?
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. It has a lot of care, I think, put into it.
Yeah, it feels very singular like him, I feel like, from the
Hmm.
movies of his that I've seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we've got Penelope. I won't call her Penelope the whole time, because we'll talk about her a lot. But we've had a lot of Penelope lately. We talked about Gothica
Hmm. Given
recently,
that.
and
Yep.
she is in one of my favorite movies, which is a critically reviled flop, but I've probably seen it over 20 times.
Really?
Sahara, with Matthew McConaughey, Steve Zahn, and Penelope Cruz.
Really?
I fucking love that movie.
I've never seen it.
When in the days of cable,
Hmm.
when we used to have a remote and click through channels, Sahara was my number one, what I would call a black hole movie.
Okay.
You see Sahara's on,
Mm,
stop. And there
yes.
goes the next X number of minutes. It doesn't matter where
Right.
you are in Sahara, you're going to watch the whole thing to the end.
Yes.
And so I've probably only seen it in total like twice, but
Okay.
I've definitely come in 30 to an hour in and watched the whole back half many, many, many times. Love that
Interesting.
movie. Mostly like Penelope's fine in it. She doesn't have much
Yeah.
to do. It's mostly because it's Matthew McConaughey and Steve Zahn kind of like
Mm.
being shirtless bros in the desert.
Oh, that's
Um,
fun.
it's a fun movie. It's so
Is it
much
like an
fun.
action comedy?
I would say it's more of an action movie with like jokes.
Okay. Okay.
Like it's
Interesting.
based on a Clive Cussler novel,
Oh,
which I've never read, and I guess
yeah.
he hated it. Clive
Oh.
Cussler hated the movie. But so did everybody else, and
Hmm.
I love it. Dwight from The Office is in it.
Oh.
William H. Macy.
Love Willie Mae Tracy.
It's crazy.
Oh
And they're
my God.
trying to find a sunken ship in the desert.
Oh, that sounds fun. It sounds like the first 10 minutes of National Treasure.
It it's
Yeah.
around this I think it's around the same time
Yeah.
period. I think National Treasure was like what, oh, was that National Treasure was like '02 maybe?
Something. I don't remember.
And I feel
Yeah.
like Sahara was like '04, '05. So it's in that same vein. If you like National Treasure, you will love Sahara. I'll just put it that way.
To watch it. Um, that's funny though that she is in your favorite movie or one of your favorite movies because she is in what I would say is probably my least favorite movie of all time that I was forced to watch, which is Ferrari with Adam Driver.
She's in that.
She's in it. She's
Is she Miss
his
Ferrari?
I think she's Miss Ferrari, yes, because her emotional crux is that they have lost a child, I believe. Oh, she's great in it because she's great in everything. That is the worst movie I have ever seen in my life. I was seeing someone who was really into racing, so that's why I sat down and watched it. In a billion trillion years, I would have never watched it myself, and if I had for some reason turned it on, I would have turned it off. It was so bad. It was just mean for mean's sake. It was Adam Driver is not good in it. I hate that movie. I revile that movie.
Wow.
Um, but she is great in it, I will say. Like, I think I gave it like 1 star on Letterbox. If I did, it's that star goes to her. She's of course
Wow.
incredible because she is. But um, yeah, it's hard to move past that for me, but I do for her because I love her so much.
She just has such a presence, I think. She was still
Mhm.
like in '06, she was still kind of like an up and comer. Like she was
Mm,
gorgeous and you couldn't not notice her. But I
right.
think like I don't know if she did anything as bad as Ferrari, but she kind of did a few flops here and there.
Yes.
I don't think Hollywood knew what to do with her. And she
Yeah.
was still doing better work in movies like this and Spanish language
Yes.
movies. She was in she's been in 7 Almodóvar movies. Um
Really?
and maybe 2 or 3 before Volver.
Okay.
Um I've seen 4 of them. Um I really like Parallel Mothers, which came out maybe 2 or 3 years
Mm.
ago
Yeah.
that she's in, and she's really good in that. And she'll be in this wackadoodle looking Maggie Gyllenhaal directed Bride of Frankenstein movie, The Bride exclamation point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen the
I'm
trailer?
I have. I have. I'm interested. I love what gosh, what's the main actress's name?
Jessie Buckley?
Uh, Jessie Buckley. I love her. So I'm I'm definitely gonna see it in theaters. I'm interested.
It looks like Joker too.
It does
Like
kind of look like that. Yeah.
she's playing the Bride of Frankenstein as if she's Lady Gaga doing Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
And it's just I'm like, "What is this?"
I think my favorite aspect that I've seen about it so far is that Christian Bale plays this really fugly Frankenstein, and Jessie Buckley refers to him as Frankie, because they're like 20s gangsters.
I
I'm I think that's really dumb. That's like I shouldn't say dumb. I think it's really
You can
I
say
don't even
dumb.
know.
It's
I could say
dumb.
dumb. I could say dumb. It just reminds me of Monster High. Like, like that Monster High. I'm a little bit too old for it. It started becoming popular, like, probably when I was, like, a teenager, so I'm, like, a little bit out of the bracket, but it's, like, dolls and then also a cartoon show, and I think they've had a couple movies. They're all monsters who go to high school, and I'm pretty sure one of the girls is based off of Frankenstein's monster, and I think she's referred to as Frankie. Um,
They're
so
like
I c
brats, but
Yes.
monsters.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They're fun.
I
Yeah, I think it's a
kinda
cool
love
concept.
them.
Yeah, I
It
think
says
they're
that the Wikipedia page says characters inspired by monster movies, sci-fi horror, thriller fiction, cryptids, and more. Is there a chupacabra Monster High
Oh,
girl?
I don't know, but I did just see I actually
I would buy her.
I have, like, no interest in buying dolls like that for collectibles, but they're releasing, Lupita Nyong'o's both of her characters from Us, Jordan Peele's Us, like, as dolls.
Really?
Yes. I kind of want them. Like, I can't remember what her name is. I think it's, like, Adelaide or something, and then her doppelganger. They're both getting releases, and I'm kind of in love with that.
Do you have to buy them separately or do they come in a package box set?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't research it that much. I saw it on an Instagram post.
Monster High lead character's name is Frankie Stein.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what they're doing. Anyways, to go back to what we were talking about, Maggie Gyllenhaal's movie. Um, yeah. Frankie. Frankie.
I don't Penelope plays a character who's just called Myrna.
Oh, okay. Who knows?
Don't know anything about her.
Do you have the cast list up? Who is Jake Gyllenhaal playing?
I don't think he has a character name. I think it just says
Mm.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay.
We don't know
Interesting.
yet.
Mm, interesting.
And the her husband, Peter Sarsgaard, is in it, Maggie's husband.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal just says Jake Gyllenhaal.
Phenomenal. He's just gonna play himself.
And Julianne Hough.
Shut up. Why? Is Maggie Gyllenhaal going to be on the next season of Dancing with the Stars?
God, that would be incredible. Is
This
there a
is
third Gyllenhaal we don't know about? Like, is there Jake, Maggie, and like a third one? I
yes,
can see a third Gyllenhaal being on Dancing with the
honestly,
Stars. We got to get the
honestly.
third Gyllenhaal and the third Wilson brother on Dancing with the Stars.
Yes. No, I want Maggie to go on and I want her to do like a secretary themed dance, like crawling.
That'd be hot. I would love that. Well, anything else about our darling Penelope?
No, I think I've rested my case. We love her.
We love her. She's an icon and a legend and
Hmm.
deserves all the praise in the world.
It really does.
So let's talk about the gothic elements of this movie, of which I think there are none.
Yeah.
I really misremembered this movie, but typically our gothic elements include a girl, a guy, a house, and a haunt. We kind of have a house and kind of have a haunt,
Mm.
but honestly, I can't make any case for this movie being gothic. I did for a brief second um, find in A.O. Scott's movie review for the New York Times, he said that Mr. Almodóvar has had the sly inspiration to cast Carmen Maura, one of the stars of his early Madcap period, as Raimunda's mother, who seems to have returned from the dead to add a touch of the gothic to the proceedings.
Mm.
And
Okay.
definitely that touch of the gothic is the only thing I remembered about this movie.
Yeah.
Because one of the main things I remember about the movie is that them thinking their mother was a ghost. I was pretty sure
Hmm.
she wasn't a ghost. And her being like under the bed.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
the way they shoot her, the way she's framed in these shots where she's like under
Mm.
the bed or like in a closet. Like, I don't know. I wish I had a better cinematographic language because
Yeah.
it's so cool. I've just never seen shots like this of her,
Yeah.
like when she slides out from under the bed and
It's
the,
true.
the camera's in such close up, but you can tell where she is. I don't
Mm.
know. I just found it fascinating. And the way she just kind of scurries away
Yeah.
whenever Raimunda comes to the door. And Soleil is
Right.
like, Raimunda, what
Yeah.
are you doing here, Raimunda? And the mom just like runs away and goes under the bed. It's just, I
Yeah.
don't know. It goes back to that effortless way of the way the movie flows.
Right.
It's just, there's something magical about it.
Really is. I, you know, I might be naive, but I genuinely didn't assume she wasn't a ghost. I just assumed it was a weird movie like choice to make her this like very, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Solid human figure,
Corporeal. Yeah.
corporeal,
'Cause
like
she's a
you're
ghost they
gonna
can touch, a
yeah,
ghost that shampoos hair.
can do hair, could get her own hair cut and dyed and things. I was like, oh, that's such an interesting and like, the white in me was like, is this like a cultural thing? Like, do like
Mhm.
and I genuinely I don't know if it is, but I genuinely was like, is that kind of like a cultural thing? Like, do they believe in like Spanish culture that ghost is truly this like more so like zombie-esque thing?
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I mean, it was again a moment where I had to rewind and go, "Oh, okay," like when she admitted it. Um, so yeah, it actually really threw me for a loop. Um, but you're right. I love just her like sneaky scurrying. She's so cute.
She's really cute. I definitely thought she was a ghost the first time I saw
Mm,
the movie, so I only had that knowledge because 'cause I'd seen it before.
yeah.
But yeah, at the beginning, they have them there's the great scene where it's really windy and they're all
Yeah.
cleaning the tombs and the graves of their loved ones, and you think about I know a lot of, Spanish-speaking cultures celebrate Dia de los Muertos, and they have a different
Mm,
relationship with their, dead relatives than, like, we do as white
right.
Americans. So yeah, I probably had the exact same thought where I was just like,
Yeah.
"Yep, she's a ghost. This is a very
Yes.
Spanish thing. This
Yep.
is totally normal." Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's how the
Even
characters it's not a
yeah.
revelation to the characters in any way, shape, or form.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. They're not scared or nervous or anything. Yeah.
And I was actually never quite sure if, like, did Soleil think she was a ghost? Like, because she talks to her about
Mm,
her as if she's a ghost the whole time.
right.
And so I wonder if some characters do think she's a ghost, and
Yeah.
like, is Raimunda the only one who knows the secret, and the rest just think she's a ghost?
Yeah. I
I don't
could
know.
see
It adds
that.
to the mystery and the magic of it.
Right. I it was gonna be something I said for, one of my favorite scenes looking back, but when Raimunda can sense that her mother is there because she can smell her farts. That, like, I was like, "Oh, the ghost farts?"
Ghosts have an odor. Yeah, it just sounds
Ghosts
normal to me.
I mean, I would be so surprised if I came back as a ghost and I didn't fart. I mean, it's just such a big piece of who I am.
Right. You're just maybe as a ghost, you are just like
Yeah, you're
vapor.
you're gas,
Stinky
so it
vapor.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
Gas.
But
The
yeah
word was sitting right there. Yes.
but yeah, I just thought that was so funny that even in that moment, I wasn't like, "Is she like a person? Like, is she like a human?" Like, I was just like, "Oh, the ghost is farting."
Mm-hmm. Because you're given no reason to think otherwise.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So I really liked the houses in this movie. Like if
Mm,
I could live in the aunt's house, I would be so happy. These
yeah.
large Spanish homes that seem to have like
Mhm.
an interior garden even, like they've got like a little
Yeah.
courtyard, and they've got the Portuguese looking tile,
Yeah.
a lot of tile walls, and I love the houses in this movie. Even the little, because so the aunt, who, by the way, the aunt and her gigantic eyes behind those thick glasses is so funny.
She's so cute. I wanted to go visit her.
She's so precious. Um, she lives in this big house, and then Raimunda lives in a much smaller apartment. But even her
Mhm.
apartment, it's got the cute colors on the wall,
Yeah.
and I don't know, the set design, all the designs and locations in this movie are so charming.
Yes, I loved, Soledad, is that the sister's name? I loved her apartment. I genuinely was like, "Oh, her colors are so pretty," like, it's very, like, rich, like, reds and greens, and it's just really beautiful, and I loved going back to the aunt and the neighbor's house, like, I don't know if they're their front doors or what they are, but exterior doors are basically, like, 5 feet apart from each other through, like, this alleyway, and, like, you know, what a lovely community, like,
Mhm.
to have your neighbors so close and so friendly. I'm sure, obviously, this is an idealized thought in my mind. I'm sure it is horrible at times, but, like, that's just so lovely, especially in their case where they are close and they're supportive to each other. Like, I love that.
It's really, despite the, like, shit that they go through as
Mhm.
characters, it is really idyllic, I feel like. It's like, it doesn't ignore the fact that, like, bad things happen, but it's like, this is really the best you could make of bad situations. It's almost
Mm.
like a fantasy.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause she's also able to kill her husband and no one cares. No one notices he's
Cares.
gone.
Yep.
No one questions her when she's just like, "Oh, he's fine. Like, he left. He's with someone
Yeah.
else now."
Yeah. She has such beautiful community support that she hires a hooker to help her bury her dead husband. I mean, I don't think she understands what exactly it is, but, like, she doesn't ask questions. She's like, "Okay." Like, I'm kind of annoyed because, like, it's gonna take forever and I'm tired, but, like, yeah, if you're paying me, like, I love that.
Yes. I
That
love the
is
characters.
that is revolutionary community, and I love to see it.
Yes, and she's
Mhm.
very, when she has to feed the film crew and she's asking
Mhm.
everybody for their food, and it's like, "Will you
Yeah.
give this to me and I'll pay you tomorrow?" Um,
Yes. Right. I
and
love
she's
it.
also so blunt about it. She's like, "Your blood sugar isn't gonna like it if you eat those cookies," or like, "You really
Right.
should be on a diet and you shouldn't be eating all that meat." Like,
Yeah. I
it's
love
so
her.
funny. Well, the movie was filmed in Castilla, uh, hyphen La Mancha, which is the Spain version of a state. So that has like a 14 different, they call them autonomous communities, I think,
Oh,
but
okay.
they're basically states. So,
Mm.
Castilla La Mancha is like I'm trying to think of like an American equivalent. I feel like it would be like the Ohio of Spain. But I
Oh.
might just be saying that because Toledo is the capital of
Mm,
Castilla La Mancha, and I get, Toledo. But that is also where Skin I Live In was set,
mm,
and Almodóvar grew up there. So
okay.
my understanding is that the movie draws from a lot of just his experiences, like the women in his community when
Mhm.
he was growing up. And he's very, I feel like all of his movies are like celebratory of the women in his life.
Yeah.
And I feel like this movie more than others, because yeah, you've got all the characters and their lives, and I don't know, they're all great. They're all so cool.
Yeah, and they're so supportive of each other, and even, Raimunda, like, she has a very strained relationship with her mother, and, um, she's very blunt and can, say harsh things, but she's so supportive. I adored the way that she handled the whole situation with her daughter, and what's the guy's name? Paco?
Paco.
Go. Just immediately just like, "Fuck that guy. No questions, like, he's a piece of shit. You killed him. We're over it. I'm gonna take care of it." Like, there was no panic, there was no questions, there was just like, "We're good." Like, I love that, and I mean, obviously, once you get into the movie, you kind of understand there's, like, a precedent and, like, life experience that adds to that, but it was just kind of a beautiful feels like the wrong word, but
No, I think it is though. I think
yeah.
because, like you said, they have it's kind of like a history repeating itself,
Mm,
but they're able to right these wrongs now. They're able to
exactly.
make things right,
Mhm.
and move forward.
Right. Yeah. It's just I loved it. It was such a good movie.
I agree. It's not
Mhm.
gothic, but it's a great
Not
movie.
gothic.
I
Yeah.
was trying really hard to give anything gothic.
Yeah.
So one thing I did do was I wanted to look into magical realism and
Mm,
how it relates to the gothic. And I found a scholarly article about the gothic and magical realism that was paywalled, and my community college does not have a membership, and a friend who works at the University of Massachusetts cannot access it either.
oh.
So we'll never know the knowledge that was locked behind that wall. So instead, what I did is one of my new favorite hobbies, which is I asked Google Gemini to write a research paper for me. And I now have Gemini Pro,
Mhm.
and Gemini Pro will I imagine it like scurrying off. I like the lines on the matrix when like the binary
Ooh, yeah, yeah,
code
yeah.
drops down in like a cascade of text, except in my mind it's blue. The matrix is green, but Gemini's blue.
Interesting.
And it's horizontal instead of vertical. So it
Mm,
goes out into the web and it actually researches. It reads things on websites and like will synthesize that information and write a
okay.
research paper. So I had it write me a paper about the Gothic and magical realism, and
Mm.
Gemini was basically like, "Yeah, they're not related at all." So,
Even Gemini was like, "I got
long
nothing."
way of coming around to be like, even Gemini, a thing that is made to like make you feel good and keep using
Right.
it and basically affirm almost anything you say, was
Yeah.
like, "Wrong. Sorry, hun."
Yes. Yeah.
Um, but I did want to read one sentence from it, and it's summing it up at the end, where it's basically telling me they're not alike at one bit. But it says one genre, the Gothic, masterfully explores the darkness that we fear is hidden within our world, and the other celebrates the magic we have been taught to believe is not there at all.
Oh,
And I really
that's
liked that.
right. That is really nice.
And it reminds me of what you said about community. Like, this movie
Mhm.
is such a celebration of community and people coming together in times of stress,
Yeah.
and especially more so today than maybe in 2006, but that feels even more of a fantasy now.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's a lovely note.
Lovely note from Gemini,
Yeah.
talented writer, and research assistant.
Mhm, mhm.
Are there any memorable scenes you wanted to discuss?
I think I pretty much tackled a lot of the ones I would talk about. The farting, um, the aunt and her big cute bottle cap glasses. Um, do you have anything?
No, I just love the mom under the bed.
Yes, yeah, it's great.
And I don't think I realized the first time I watched this movie that it was funny. I think I took it very seriously.
Yes, I will say, I mean, I can't remember, I looked up this movie for some reason and it is marketed as I think a drama comedy. And so I kind of knew going into it was supposed to be funny, but I think I actually almost expected it to be more funny. Um, so that was maybe a little jarring for me, but it does have some very, very funny, lighthearted moments.
Yeah, I missed that marketing in 2006. I thought this was like a serious, artsy, like foreign drama.
Yes. To be fair, I don't think I would have watched this movie without, your suggestion because I was in the same boat. I thought it was a very serious movie, and I think a big reason for that is when this came out in 2006, I A, that was when I started really getting into watching, like, Fashion Police and things like that, and so my real only exposure to this movie was Penelope Cruz being on red carpets nominated for the movie, and so I was like, "Oh, it's like a fancy movie." Like, Penelope Cruz is a very beautiful, fancy woman, and this is a fancy
Hmm.
movie. And then also at that point, when I heard Volver, I just assumed it was like a shortening of revolver. And
Hmm.
so I thought it was like a crime thriller or something.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm glad I got around to watching it. I'm glad you suggested it.
I'm glad I completely misremembered the movie and that we
Yeah.
watched it.
Yes.
Well, what else have you been enjoying, Amanda?
Well, so I mentioned to you earlier that I have just been playing a lot of Animal Crossing,
Hmm.
which is very fun, very exciting, but it's been putting kind of a dampen on all the movies I've been watching, which is okay. But I have been instead playing Animal Crossing and listening to audiobooks at the same time.
Ooh,
So I just recently listened to this book and I really, really enjoyed it. I think it's might be divisive to some people. Um, But I really thoroughly enjoyed it, and you might like it actually too. It's called The Autumn Springs Retirement Home Massacre. So, it's
okay, great title.
a whole slasher, very Friday the 13th-esque, you know, killing, but it all takes place in a retirement home, like this kind
Okay,
of secluded retirement home. All the characters are all older. Um, the main lead is kind of this like stereotypical final girl, except she's like 80. Like it was just really enjoyable. It was very brutal. Like the
okay,
kills in it were actually quite um difficult. It's one of those book slash, titles under the slasher genre where you shouldn't really grow attached to any character because
okay.
no one is safe. Um, and it was just really enjoyable. I don't know if the audiobook is out yet because I listened to it on NetGalley, but I know that the book
Ooh,
is.
okay,
Um, but the audiobook was great, and I think it was a great way to absorb it because actually the audiobook narrator does some really cool things with her voice to differentiate characters. So I did really enjoy it. But overall, it was just a really good book and it was really, really good for like spooky season. It was very much scary, slasher, wonderful, gory time.
I love that.
Yeah. And as someone who has always wanted to live in a retirement home, and a lot of the people who are the main characters of this book were people that like that's the crowd I would run with in a retirement home. Um, it was just it was hard to listen to because A, I at first wanted their lives and then B, grew very attached to them.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, it was great. There's these 3 really bitchy sisters who are like witches and like go out and practice black magic. And they're like a highlight of the book. They're so good. I love them. Um, Another one of my favorite characters is the guy who like puts on movies. Like he has like a little Hercule Poirot mustache, and he always makes like all the old people with him watch like, um, what's that creepy movie with the guy? I think it's Death, and he's bald and he's playing the chess on the beach. You know what I'm talking
Bill
about?
and Ted? No, I don't know which one you I don't know that one.
My God. Yes, it's Bill and Ted. That would be the dream. No, he makes them all watch like really old, like artsy movies and
Okay.
stuff. And like he's like, if you RSVP and don't show up, like you don't get to come again. So everyone's so afraid to not go to one. Um, I really enjoyed it. Autumn Springs Retirement Home Massacre by Philip something.
Fracassi?
Fracassi, yes. Yeah, which also this is the second book, quick side note, because I also read Mary, An Awakening of Horror, which is by Nat Cassidy. Which Nat Cassidy is a male author, which I didn't know actually. Um, but between that book and this book, the protagonists are both women who are either like who are older, like, beyond 50, and they both were done so well.
Hmm.
They really handled the characters very well. I was surprised. I mean, my expectations were pretty low, but they did a great job. So, good job, young white men. Like, you can write older women phenomenally. I don't know
Just
what it
as good
is.
as Pedro Almodóvar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like all in the same. Yeah. Yeah. It was
Wow.
great.
I
Yeah.
love that.
hmm So what have you been enjoying?
I watched a movie that is also about its strong female figure that was written
hmm
by a man, Megan 2.0. Um,
Oh,
so sequel to Megan. We
uh-huh.
all hopefully know and love Megan. What do you think about Megan? I don't remember if we talked about Megan.
I really liked Megan. I saw it in theaters. I don't think I watched it again afterwards. Megan, unfortunately for me, had the stiff competition of I went to go see it in theaters, and then I immediately snuck into another theater and watched Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which was such
Yep.
an excellent movie. It kind of blew Megan out of the water.
Yeah.
Um, but I did enjoy it. Yeah.
Nice. I liked Megan a lot.
Hmm.
Megan suffered from being cut to be PG-13, and there was some
Mm,
studio meddling, but I liked it in spirit. And then Megan 2.0 came out. I didn't see it in the theater. Sounded really bad. It got really bad reviews. I put it in my player and immediately walked away. I was like, I'm just gonna have this on
really?
in the back. I'm just gonna have this on in the background. It's gonna suck.
Right.
And then I was like, "Oh, wait, like, what's going on over there? You know what?
Yeah.
Oh, hmm, hmm." And then
Looking around
eventually
your
I
own
sat
corner.
down. Yeah, eventually I sat down on the couch and I rewound back to the beginning and watched the whole thing. Fucking loved it. Um,
Really?
it's so much fun. It benefits, I think, from they knew exactly what they were doing this time. Like this, they knew what
Mm,
the studio was going to let them do. And I think it really benefits from being a complete genre shift. Um,
really?
it's a it's like a sci-fi action movie.
Okay.
And it's basically Terminator 2. Um, and you think about like the first Terminator movie is kind of scary.
Mm,
Um, and it Terminator 2 is one of the best action movies of all time.
mhm,
So it's genius that they just make Megan into the Terminator. It's the same plot. Now we've got a new crazy robot, and the only thing that can stop her is the crazy robot from the first movie. So we've got to bring Megan back to stop her.
mhm,
Um, and my letterbox review is a brainless joke that was laying right there, but no, I scrolled through like 20 reviews. No one made it. And it
uh-huh.
was M2 Judgment Slay. Um,
Correct.
like it's so good. Megan's so much fun. I liked the R-rated version because she gets to swear more.
Nice.
Um, and there's this really cute real life robot, that I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but it kinda looks like a little it's got a little teardrop head and a little plump body and this animated face, and it's a
Oh,
real robot that's made to help, communicate with autistic children,
oh,
and that robot is in this movie, and they first put the Megan consciousness in that robot because it can't move
yeah.
or kill people, and she wakes up, she's like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, it's just, "Why'd you put me in this fucking Teletubby?" Like, it's just it's so funny. The movie's
Oh,
funny. It's a blast. The new robot is played by this smoking hot babe who's really good.
yeah.
Um, and I watched it on DVD, and when
Uh-huh.
the credits ended, it just automatically started playing the special features.
Oh, okay.
The special features are great. Um, Almost everything in the movie is practical effects. They went into the set design, the costumes, the tech. Like I don't know if I knew this and had just forgotten or didn't know it, but like they built a Megan robot. She's animatronic.
Wow.
She doesn't walk, and she doesn't dance. But they use her for, mid and close-up shots.
Okay.
They program her mouth to sync with the dialogue so the actors can act opposite her, and she has a
Whoa.
camera in her forehead so she can make eye contact with people. So they have this fully operational Megan robot. And then when she has to move, she's played by like a literal teenager. I think she's like 13 or 14.
Wow.
This girl can do anything. I don't know if you remember the scene where Megan runs on all fours in the
Yeah.
first movie. So the girl did that. Like, that's not any sort of CG or anything.
Oh my God. It's
And
so
so
creepy.
it's so creepy, but this girl in the special features is like the happiest kid you've ever seen. She kind of reminds me of like Bindi Irwin. She's always just
Oh,
smiling. She might be Australian. Um, and so when they have Megan move, she's in the Megan outfit and her face is painted blue, and they just like superimpose the
oh
Megan
wow.
face over it in post production.
Uh-huh.
So all the computer tech stuff is like 90s level, like green screen
I love
technology.
that.
And I'm not exaggerating. This movie is just like a masterly crafted film. Like, they've
Yeah.
got experts that I feel like don't get to do this stuff anymore working
Right.
on this movie, and there's so much talent. And they know exactly what they're making, and it's just a blast. I just had fun watching it from beginning to end.
Yeah.
It's a treat. Highly recommend Megan 2.0. Um, I hope I hope we get that. That's my other MCU. We've got the Ma CU and we've got the
Yes.
Megan CU. And
Imagine
I
if they
hope
crossover.
they're both Blumhouse. Like,
Yes.
I need Morgan. Like, I need,
Morgan.
like, I don't know what that is. If Megan gets put in Octavia Spencer, or like, which Octavia Spencer would kill. Like,
Yeah, she would.
would be amazing.
Oh my
Or if
God.
we have a Ma robot, like, I don't know. I
Yes.
need it. Ma does the robot,
She
remember Ma does the
does.
robot.
Yes. Is
It's
Orphan
gonna
Orphan, is
happen.
she also a Blumhouse?
I don't
I feel
think
like
so.
I feel like they're all kind of in the same area, but
She's
who
like,
knows?
she's that Dark Castle brand.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
But
but
maybe they can buy her or something. I don't
ah,
know.
or like license her for a movie, I think.
Yeah.
It'd be good. We need to get them all together.
Get them all together
Get
and
the
I would
gang
be in
together.
heaven.
Yes.
Get the gang together. They're my Avengers right there. Ma,
Yes.
Esther, Megan. Those are
They're
my Avengers.
the boy from The Boy.
Brahms. Both doll version and human version.
He's just holding the doll.
He's holding the doll. It's all glued back together. Ah, these are my dreams. They will come
Oh,
true.
perfect.
I'm gonna call
Incredible.
up Mr. Blum. What's his name?
Yes.
Jason. Jason.
Jason,
I'm gonna
I
say,
think, yeah.
Jason, babe, I've got a story for you.
He's like, I know, we've been getting calls all day.
That would be so funny if he was like, you were like the 17th person who has pitched that to me.
We'll find a way to make it happen.
And be like, we got to keep going. There's an audience.
Yes. People
There's
would
an
eat that
audience.
up.
Oh, well, thank you, Amanda, for listening to me gush about Megan 2.0. Thank you for sharing that awesome sounding book. And thank you to Las Fantasmas for listening to us break down Volver. You can find us streaming wherever fine podcasts and podcasts like this one are streamed. You can rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anywhere there's stars. Give us stars, please. And share us with a friend. Until next time, stay ghosty. Bye.
Adios.
Awesome. That was good.
That was good.
I was worried because I was like, oh, this movie isn't gothic at all.
Yeah.